All right, well, let's get started with this discussion.
Yes. So, I have been doing the considerations, and I wanted to ask you guys, what kind of characters would you guys want to play in a Pathfinder game, if we did Pathfinder? And or what sort of things would you guys be looking for in a Pathfinder game?
I just want to run around with a big sword and hit stuff and yell very loudly and be a crusading paladin.
I'd want to be a funny little old man gnome rabbit thing that just is very curious about the world and he doesn't have a grand reason for going out on adventures, but he wants to help people, see the world, fight scary monsters, and really make the last bits of us, make it end on a high note as it is.
I want to steal things and cause chaos. And make things go boom.
Well, for me, it kind of depends. Like, there's two characters that I have in mind, but, well, Kalani.
Yes.
He absolutely would not work in any adventure path. Just because he's got a strong backstory and personal story that kind of would need to be reflected in it, and it would completely detract from the adventure path.
I mean, there's a couple of adventure paths I think I could make work with Kalani. I would just need to work one-on-one with you in order to help you get into the lore and understand like why Kalani would be there doing this. But I think there's a few I could make work for him if you wanted to play Kalani.
I don't know. Maybe. The other one is Paint. Sentient feral, a sentient feral African wild dog that is psionic and a soul knife.
Okay.
And he doesn't let anybody know that he's sentient. He just acts like a normal dog. Mostly because when he left his pack, he found that a lot of people do not respond well to a random talking animal coming up.
You just need to meet the right druid.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then for me, it depends on which type of one everybody else wants to run. I'd roll up stats, then see what type of character would come of it.
So one of the reasons why I'm asking too is like if I can get a sense of like what kind of character you guys could want to play, I can pick an adventure path that would go well with that sort of group of characters. Like if Zim wants to play Kalani, I can go through and find an adventure path that Kalani's backstory and his character himself would fit in and work with. Because like there's a couple that I could see Kalani working with. But like that's why I was asking like what sort of characters would you guys want to play? What sort of like people would you want to do?
I know I'm definitely not going to, depending on what character you're playing as, Sarc, I am probably not going to do Kalani. Because I do not want the repeat of the Nevis Sarc, whatever the hell that was.
I mean, to be fair, that was a lot of fun. Like the buddy, like the nice little rivalries, like that was pretty fun. But like I'm Sarc was cool once. I'm probably gonna do something different because like I already did it. Which is why I'm just like, yes, hit things with big sword.
So
for everybody else, Kalani in particular, he would be, I forget what, I think we went with a kineticist for him in Pathfinder. But basically the idea behind him was a spell blade. Except he used a spear, but he weaved his magic through his spear, and he, I definitely do want to play him again at some point.
You would want to play a kinetic knight.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, the kinetic knight would be perfect for Kalani. They can wear armor and still use their abilities. They can use shield. They have to have a shield or sword in order to use their powers.
Because
that's what they channel
Sorry,
it through.
I was late. In Pathfinder, I can build a character that can fill nearly any role. My choir bard would be fun though.
Well, so it's not exactly like class or anything. It's more like personality. For example, like Nevis, talk about Kalani, like his backstory and stuff.
Yeah, that... You've replaced me with Nevis?
I was using that because your icon was Nevis.
For Kalani, he is the captain of the guard for a desert kingdom. He is the right hand of the lord of the region. I do have his backstory written out. The kingdom can basically be plopped down in almost any desert region. As for why he'd be out adventuring, it would basically be an order from his lord. That's the only reason he would leave the city.
So let me
Without
step
his
in
lord,
right there.
anyways.
Let me step in right there with that. One of the ways that would work here is the adventure path known as Mummy's Mass, which takes place in desert cities in the desert lands called Osirian. And it literally deals with the overall story is basically having to stop the return of an ancient tyrant undead from taking over the world, or at least the country, and wiping out all of the current leaders and taking over and ruling with an ancient undead fist forever. I am very much like putting that into like a single sentence of all the crap that goes into this and stuff. But like I could see Kalani working there, considering you could be literally a member of one of the Osirian royal guard.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't really want his. I'm kind of partial to the. I know I'm being one of those players right now. I fully own it and admit it, but I don't really want to adjust his backstory to the world that much. Like, there's already a name for the place. The Lord's got name. He is named. He is. He serves under Lord Nightcall Fakiha, ruler of the Akago Desert. The desert can be, the name can be changed for that, but you know.
All right, Kirk.
What's up?
I was about to say, I'm gonna change mine a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being a crusader, I want to be a barbarian. It's basically a werewolf, but acts like an orc from 40k.
So you would not be able to be a werewolf, just simply because of werewolves in Pathfinder are very clearly defined.
No.
You might be able to actually. We might be able to make it work. I'd have to go see and count up the points.
I mean,
No.
if
Go
I can
ahead.
look like a wolf, if it is a beastman, I will take that.
That's okay. That we can do, no problem. When you say specifically werewolf, like they have damage reduction silver, they have fast healing, they have a crap ton of like really powerful abilities that makes them much stronger than a level 1 character has any right to be usually.
Okay, yeah, my mind just is like, big.
Yeah, were creatures have a lot of interesting points to them. They're like a whole thing.
Yes.
Okay, my mind is just like, yes, big wolf character looks like werewolf. Okay, that is werewolf.
Yeah, no. If you wanted to play a wolf character, that is perfectly okay. That's not a problem.
Jaffer says, Wolfman equals easy. Werewolf equals
Yes.
hard.
But have him act like a 40k orc, like being like, these boys don't like the fightings. So I don't know if the whole like acting like an orc would be okay.
Play like a gnoll.
And you just have to. You can play a null. There is actually stats for them. You just have to be very careful with like the nulls and such. But it's not. It's something that you could totally do. Let's see. I'm just looking through the different stuff.
Okay, boys, welcome to slave trenches.
Let's see.
I have a feeling I need to apologize for an outburst from earlier.
What's up?
When Zim was going over the character paint, when I was saying, oh no, is because for some reason I was thinking of building a bard whose only like basis was for the bees.
Yeah, Lobron, Pathfinder is basically 3.5, but stuff is fixed and more balanced. Like,
and they have added a metric fuck ton of everything.
Yes.
So many
yes, they
feats, so many classes, so many races, so much stuff.
And
But
I
if
know
you
it all.
know, if you know 3.5, you'll be right at home with Pathfinder.
Yeah. There are some feats that are more difficult to get, like Monkey Grip, which is like a god tier feat if you can get it. It's just very, very difficult to get it in Pathfinder because otherwise it's basically a must take because it allows you to wield a weapon that's one size larger without penalty. And when you combine that with spells like Enlarge, you can get really, really big weapon dice at level 1, and it's insane, and it's great. Believe me, I know all when it comes to Pathfinder.
I heard large weapons and big damage and big hitty stick, and I got aroused.
So, at level 1, the most damage one of my melee characters has ever done has been, I think, 3d6 plus, I think, 17 on a hit at level 1.
It's not too bad.
So big stick hit big numbers. Okay.
Nothing could survive. If I landed the hit, they died. I also ended up botching 2 of my rolls and killing both of my party members by accident because it was the roll where I hit them instead, and they had like 9 HP, and I did like double that damage in just not even rolling dice.
Kurt, you already have me convinced.
I know how to make big numbers go burger.
Which is why I want to play a character that just hits things very hard.
Yeah, the issue you have to watch out for is spells and such. Spells will break you. So let me see real quick. Going through like possible adventure
Jaffer
paths.
says,
We do have
I have 2 characters in mind at the moment. One is a gunslinger. The other is my FU choir bard.
And then there's the old meme of the way to counter spell as a melee is to stick your fist in their mouth. They can't do somatic components.
Yes.
Or if you cleave them in half, I mean,
Also, for those of you who are not experienced with Pathfinder, who don't really know that much about it or how to make characters and stuff, I will step in and I will help you. I will advise you on everything, and I will make sure to let you know if there is something that you want to do. I will help you do it. And if there are going to be issues with your build and such, I will also let you know about it. Because there are going to be certain classes that will feel weaker if you don't know exactly what you're doing with it.
Alrighty, I'm gonna
Jaffer
need to hit you
says,
up then.
counterspell is easy. There is a barbarian archetype who can literally sunder magic spells and dispel them with their fists when angry.
Soul Knights can also do that. I know because I made my DM at Living Hell because of that ability. I literally just cut through magic and just kept going until I hit them and murdered them. It was great. I loved it. So let me see.
Duke.
So the Rise of the Runelands adventure path, which is actually 3 different adventure paths combined together, is widely considered to be one of the best. It's super fun, super enjoyable. I really like it a lot personally. I think I could probably work in most backstories into this. Basically, you guys show up for a big festival, christening a new church, and end up getting involved with things that would basically define the future of the world. Let me see real quick. Millennia ago, the powerful empire of Thassalon ruled the world, dominated by despotic rune lords who maintained their power by harnessing the power of rune magic. Thought gone forever, the workings of Thassalon are not so far beneath the surface, and now one of the rune lords plots a return to power, and only the bravest adventurers will stand in their way. The Rune Lord adventure path, which is over 3 actual adventure paths, is basically you guys stopping the Rune Lords from returning and basically sending the world back into a hellscape. That one is pretty fun. I know because I've actually gone through that adventure path. It is very enjoyable. If you if you really like getting to know like the side characters and really like focus on role playing a lot, you will have a lot of fun with that. Yeah, no, because 3 of the books take place in the same town, which is your starting town of Sandpoint, and you can get to know everyone in Sandpoint. Everyone has a story. Everyone has background things that you guys can do to help out with if you want to. I really enjoyed it a lot. So from one player who likes role playing to the group, it is a fun adventure path. Another one which we have done before on this channel before, and I also really like it, is Carrion Crown. Carrion Crown takes place in the country of Ustilov, and which is basically Transylvania. It is supernatural Transylvania, and each book of the adventure path involves a different thing. Like the first book is Ghost. The second book is brain work please, is Frankenstein's monster. The third book is werewolves. The fourth book is Cthulhu. And then the 5th and 6th book involve the undead, zombies, and lich.
Feeling the Beam answer is going to be really fun in both of these.
So I really like, basically when it comes to Carrion Crown, the big thing is going to be giving you guys a reason to care about it, because it's not like necessarily railroading so much as like it gives you guys, hey, there is a cult causing really bad shit going on, and a reason to want to fucking murder the cult and stop them. And that's basically you following them throughout the books until you eventually catch up and decide to put a stop to them, finally. So I will admit, Carrion Crown is more like each adventure is going to be dealing with something with the cult in the background, and you guys basically having to solve the problems of the town or place that you're at. But, I mean, the third book has sexy werewolves, and you having to deal with werewolves. It is fun.
Does the book
all they
specify sexy werewolves, or did you make that one up?
I mean, they're very hunky werewolves.
I mean, I feel like with the werewolves, we would all just offer ourselves up to get bit.
There is actually a thing that can involve you guys becoming werewolves, yes. That is an actual thing that can happen. There is a rule bar in it to let DMs know, what do you do if this happens?
The Were-Beamancer has arrived.
Let's see. Wrath of the Righteous is really fun, but Zim already said we're not doing that one, and because we already have that one going. Let's see. Mummy's Mask is okay. Giant Slayer is a bullshit first book, but it's got a pretty decent story afterwards. It's just a matter of if you can make it through book one, because book one is hell. And the reason I say that is, basically the reason is the first book basically starts you off. As soon as you get to a certain point, you basically go into non-stop fighting mode with no chance to rest, like a dozen battles. And if you're playing any type of spellcaster, you're going to burn through your 2 spells really, really fast, fighting stronger than normal enemies. You guys might like Hell's Rebels. So Hell's Rebels involves you guys basically leading a group of rebels against the Church of Asmodeus in order to save a town from being crushed under the boot of an infernal tyrant. This one is all about basically taking care of one city, and it's a pretty fun one. Let's see.
I must say it's a bit preemptive, but I am a big fan of the first two, especially the first adventure. That sounds pretty fun, though.
Rise of the Rune Lords is very fun. I will warn you guys, it can be a very dangerous game. Like, I've played through it 3 or 4 times, I think, now. And every single time, my entire party but me have all died at least like 3 times. Rise is a game where you have to be either careful or smart, or people will die. The game, that one does not pull punches. Luckily, though, you will have the means to bring people back if they die.
It's fair enough.
But otherwise, I'm just giving you a heads up. This is a bit of a higher difficulty game. You guys will have enough players, though. I think you guys could probably handle it pretty easily. As long as you just don't do anything, like, really, like, dumb.
So don't be a Sarc. Got it.
Because, for example, without giving spoilers, there is a thing in the second book where if you fail a will save, you will coup de grace yourself, crit yourself, and probably kill yourself.
Sounds so much fun.
It's because of the trap. It basically causes you to commit suicide.
I mean,
Wow.
like, I'm okay with a character dying in hilarious ways.
The trap is very interesting and very thematic for like what's going on without giving like spoilers. And like it was a really cool moment when we hit that trap and we were actually able to overcome it and prevent it from killing us. And it was a really like cool feel good moment. Let's see. There's also Strange Aeons, which is Cthulhu, but I don't think that one would work very well. In Strange Aeons, the game starts off with all of your characters having amnesia and not remembering who you are or where you came from. And you guys basically having to reclaim your memories and your past as you go along and figure things out. The only thing your characters remember is your names. That's it. It's a fun little adventure, though. It's all like Cthulhu-y. So if you like Cthulhu, it is a fun game. Let's see, what other ones do we got here? I think Kingmaker could be fun. Kingmaker is you guys basically get sent out in order to establish a new country. And then dealing with a bunch of shit that goes on. Like, what would you guys want? Would you want adventure? Do you want more like little political intrigue? Do you want like a heavy focus in like one area for role playing? Like, do you guys want to go like on a dungeon dive and be all about like digging in, going through adventures, that sort of thing? No, you're good, LeBron. No worries.
I'm a big fan of sticking to one place, a lot of RP opportunities, kind of building a reputation, you know, for ourselves, getting together as a team, you know, getting little RP moments between the characters. That's always nice.
Mm-hmm.
I do think doing like a little bit of quite a bit of RP would be pretty fun,
Mm-hmm.
and a chance to like sow some chaos and just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Jaffer says, I want to use my knowledge of the rules to do insane things. Kerr knows just how much I can break Pathfinder.
So, no, just the reason I say that is because we also have the other option here, which is doing the rouse system. I've already been working on an adventure in case that was the option we went with.
I'm gonna be real. I tried looking into Digimon and like the different Digivolutions, and it makes my brain hurt.
I can help you with that. If you wanted to play a wolf, I have like a dozen different wolves that I can give to you.
There's a bunch of them.
Just go Gabumon and, you know, just down that line. You get to be
Jaffer
Wergarurumon
says,
and just
my
stop.
vote is what Kerr would find easier.
No, if you want to play a wolf Sarc, I can find you a dozen wolf Digimon, and we can map it out. Also, unlike the show, actual Digimon involves like a Digimon can have like a dozen different evolutions. They don't always have to follow the same chain like the shows do.
I mean, even the shows
Oh.
don't follow the same chain.
Yes,
I
this
don't
is true.
remember which one it was. I have not seen anything of it since. But there was one where one of the main protagonists would punch the Digimon to evolve his partner. But in that one, Agumon digivolves into Geogreymon instead of Greymon.
Yes, because he has a different evolution chain.
Oh, is it like Digimon Survive?
I don't know what the name of it was, but
Survive is the video game.
Yeah.
In English, it's Digimon Data Squad is the one you're talking about, Zim.
that's right. That's the one. Yeah, I haven't
Also
seen
had a hunky
anything
wolf.
of it in a long time. Yes, it did. Lobomon definitely gets up into some. Yes. I mean, what?
Yeah,
What?
no, when it comes. Also, if we did Digimon 2. Oh, Gauamon is best baby. Gauamon is best baby. No, when it comes to Digimon, if we did a Digimon game, I would also allow people to play humans as well if they wanted to, because I would allow spirit evolutions, which specifically is evolutions that allow a human to become a Digimon.
Okay, so Wild Digimon is very confusing. We can help you through that.
And it's going to be my own timeline of Digimon. So, like, none of the shows are going to be canon at all. Like, literally every Digimon show is its own canon, basically.
Until the movie hit and it linked like everything together.
Mm-hmm. But yes, not counting like that, I do have I am working on like my own lore and my own like basically how things work and such. So you won't have to know any of that. It's just a matter of like learning a little bit about the Digimon that you would want to play, which would be basically what sort of character would you want to play?
So who wants to play as Garbage Can Mon?
Sukakumon, I want to say. I have to go back and check.
You leave me and my baby Dracomon alone.
The actual garbage one is Garbage Emon. He's the little trash can on your computer.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of a couple of different ones.
Virus
You are
type.
not playing one of those.
But I would be willing to help everyone. Like, I know Digimon like the back of my hand. I know Digimon better than I know Pokemon, technically. So I can make sure a lot of cool shit can happen for you. I always liked Gallopmon. Gallopmon was awesome. When it came to DNA, or sorry, that's not DNA digivolving, that's bioevolution. DNA, I liked
Kerr,
Imperial Ultramon.
Kerr.
Yes.
I think you're overwhelming the poor werewolf.
Sorry, no, I wasn't talking to Sarc. I was talking to the chat.
Well, I know, but you're spewing a lot of jargon.
I'm sorry. I was talking to him. I wasn't trying to do that. My apologies.
Hey in there, Sarc, we believe in you.
Brain, no, a woo.
I must admit I don't have much emotional investment in Digimon, so it does not appeal to me per se. But I can compromise if that's what everybody wants.
Honestly, Gary, there is a Digimon that I cannot remember the name of it. It's the one. It's the one with the staff with the paw thing on the end of it.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of it.
I'd have to go back and check his Japanese name.
But Gary, that one just fits you to a T.
I believe he is an actual mega level Digimon.
He is a mega,
actually.
yeah. But that's something to work up to. God, what was his name?
Growlithe?
Yeah, I don't know what's up. There's a whole bunch of Growlithe and stuff that are popping up today.
I'm sharing an image.
Wait, if it's the one you're talking about, it's Gigimon.
Yes,
Gigimon, yes.
I'm sharing an image in the Ebon Sails.
Wait.
Like this is one of my
Jesus.
favorite funky Digimon.
It's Jimon, for the record.
You leave me and my baby Dracomon alone. Slayer
Ah.
Draymon is amazing.
Isn't that an evolution of Garurumon?
This is Kreskarurumon.
Here, I'll share I'll share an image in the chat of Gigimon.
I looked him up. It does look a bit like it would fit pretty well.
Yeah. He's 100% every character I've seen. Well, you basically only played one type of character that I've seen. It fits you to a T.
Yeah, Gigimon's actually like the time to actually get him see him do something, he's freaking terrifyingly strong. Like he is worthy of being a mega level.
I found Dracomon's evolution line, and I'm thinking about sharing it in the Exalted.
Oh, Dracomon is freaking baby. Dracomon is super baby.
So this is the evolution line.
Yeah, Examon X is freaking amazing. I do love Examon X.
Isn't that essentially God?
Depending.
There are 10,000 Digimon that can qualify as God.
Yeah. So whenever you get into like the mega level Digimon, you're basically at God tier. Megas are basically unstoppable unless either another mega or there are certain Digimon that can punch above their weight class. Like Angemon is like the #1 contender for that title because that man can fucking punch way above his pay grade.
And when he does, when Magna Angemon comes out, oh, that voice.
Like Magna Angemon was able to solo curb stomp a mega, no problem. And Pinemon was easily a very, very powerful mega. And it's just like, when it comes to fighting against evil Digimon, Angemon just gets such a power boost against them that he is able to fight against, like, he can hold his own against Myotismon. He can't really beat him, but he can hold him off. It's like, yeah, no. Especially when it comes to angelic Digimon, they can punch way above their weight class. And there are a few other Digimon that also have that ability that can go toe-to-toe against like an entire evolution higher than what they already are, which is basically never happening because in the power scheme of Digimon, most of the time, anyone who is above your level will usually curb stomp you pretty hard, unless you have like these sorts of factors in play, or You're just really good at countering whatever bullshit moves they're able to pull out.
We don't talk about Omnimon, Boberon.
Omnimon is a very different case. Omnimon is a unique mega level. He's almost like above mega level when it comes to it.
Isn't he like a union fusion?
He is. He is a fusion of two megas. Omnimon is... There is Alphamon and Omnimon, who are basically considered to be like two of the top tiers. Alphamon and Omnimon can basically go toe-to-toe with each other. But anyone else who tries to go against them is basically going to probably lose. Yes, he was the original DNA Digivolution, which is the fusion of two Digimon together. Yeah, as Wiz Loco says, the only one who beats Omnimon is Alphamon.
And then vice versa as well.
I don't know.
Theoretically, it could be possible for Omnimon to beat Alphamon. Alphamon is just... You're not going to have a good time if you ever run into him. He's just
okay.
going to body you.
The
Sorry.
king of Digimon may win, though. Edamon.
Sorry, I'm giving way too much information that's not, like, important. I was just talking with the chat, and that got me into, like, obsession. I'm sorry, I get hyper-focused obsessions, and it happens, and I can't
You
help
are
it. I'm sorry.
adorable, and I love you. I'm just gonna rein
Welcome
you in
to
a little
Kerr's
bit.
TED Talk.
So yeah, I like Carrying Crowns, Strange Eons, Kingmaker, and Rise of Rune. I'm a little pensive about now, but still like it.
Rise is really fun, and I would try to help you out as much as I possibly can for it to avoid getting yourselves killed. One of the reasons, though, it is also something that gets you up to level 20. Once you start getting up to that high of a level, you're going to have to run into very powerful things to even be a challenge. No, you're good, LeBron. You don't bother me. So, like, for me, Adventure Paths would be easier in, like, preparation. Digimon would be easier in that I can do whatever the fuck I want to create whatever story I want for you guys. It also would give more freedom for you guys to build, like, whatever sort of character you would want to really build. When it comes to lore, though, it's like, I am equal on the lore. I know everything when it comes to Pathfinder, but I can also do Digimon very easily because I've already been working on building up my own world.
I personally just think Pathfinder would just be better for like the players we have.
Yeah, I'm still
And
playing Pathfinder myself. Either the first or second one.
I want to be a funny little gnome. And I can watch YouTube tutorials, so I'm not stumbling so much.
So you're voting Pathfinder? Or are
Yes.
you voting Digimon?
Pathfinder.
Because all I really want is to find a game that you guys will actually be able to do something in. That's really what I'm hoping hard for.
I just so far have had a very, very difficult time connecting with any of the adventure paths. They're not a personal story for my characters that I try to play them in. They are, this is the pre-designed story, this is the route we're going to take. There may be side paths, but they all end up in the same place. They all move on to this next book, and then the next book, and then the next book. I can come up with a character for it.
Because when it comes to the row system, it's basically just it's just a small modification to the system you guys have already been using in this game. Pathfinder, I know it like the top back of my hand, so I can run it no problem. I can make a character in less than 2 minutes, fully optimized and perfect. But that's just because I've played the game for over like 20 years. I've played the system for over 20 years. I know everything there is to know about Pathfinder, it feels like. Maybe not 20 years. Oh yeah, 20 years if you count like 3.5. But for me, I feel this is my gut instinct. This is my gut instinct. I feel like the audience might enjoy. This is coming from like the streaming side here because I kind of have to take that into account too. Because like I have to balance between the players and actually like my audience and viewers too. Because yeah, this is what pays my rent. This is my job. I feel like Pathfinder would be okay. I feel like people would be interested in it and would come to watch too. I think people might enjoy watching like a Digimon based game more, because if there's anything I have learned from running my other RAW game is people are freaking insane for that. Like, oh my god, I can't say for sure if Digimon would have the same appeal as Pokemon though, so there is that. I have to caveat that. I don't know for sure. But I have to say, ever since how long have I been running games for this channel that, Zim, 2 years now? Almost 3?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Like, I have to say, out of all the games I have ever run, I feel like the Pokemon game has been, like, ballpark slam easily, like, the most popular / the most visited one we've gotten for the ones I do. Would you say that's fair? You have the hard numbers, I don't.
By far, yes. The Pokemon games are definitely the most popular on the channel. Both this one and Starlight. Or not this one, but the one earlier on Fridays.
Yes.
Last Hope. By far, out of all of my tabletop games throughout the 7 years that I've been doing these, by far the Pokemon ones have been most popular.
But is that because people know Pokemon and can play it better as well?
Yeah,
And,
it's
I-
Pokemon, not Digimon. People, I don't think, have the same connection unless they've really like been into Digimon. So I don't know if that would even apply towards if we did the Digimon one.
So, when it comes down to it, probably the best choice for the channel would be to make another Pokemon game. But I do know that Digimon has a very close following. And when it comes to Pokemon and Digimon, there is so much crossover between fans of Pokemon and Digimon. And like, even here in the chat already tonight, Likos at least was talking about how he'd love to see the Digimon game. Like, whether it is as popular as the Pokemon one, I don't know. We haven't tried Digimon yet.
Because I will say, I'm going to be like super truthful and open with everyone here. When I'm running the Exalted game, some of the time that the game ends early, one of the reasons like I end it early is also because like my energy is just gone. Like, it feels like I am pulling teeth sometimes trying to get things to happen, and I have basically it feels like zero engagement from players and just people who just either don't know enough or are distracted by things. It's just like I can feel that lack of energy, like when there's like a minute-long silence after I ask something or say something. Like for a storyteller, for me, it is backbreakingly hard sometimes after like I put in like 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of work getting sessions set up, plotting out like the next week or two, and then getting all the characters figured out in case you guys decide to do whatever shit you guys might pull, because no plan survives contact with players. That's the
Especially
first rule.
with Exalted.
Yes, that's the first rule of storytellers. That especially when it comes to Exalted, the first contact with the plot is you guys going, okay, this is what the plot's going to look like now. You're going to do it. It's just like after all that work I put in, sometimes it's just like I just bleh. It just leaves me feeling like I don't really care that much. Which is rough because like I built 5 different entire worlds for you guys to go play in and deal with and experience. Like I put a lot of work into crafting each of these to be as unique as possible, so there was no like overlap for them. But it just sometimes it can be really good. Like the end of last week, like the first 2/3 of it was really rough going, it felt like. But once we got into the end point, like you guys hit your stride, like that was really good. That was really, really good. I want to stress that. Like you guys were fucking awesome. And that was like 100%. Like I had a huge blast for that ending. It's just like everything leading up to that was just like, oh god, please someone give me something, give me anything to work off of. But like when I'm doing the Pokemon game, as Zim can say and Gaueko, like the last like 3 weeks now, 2-3 weeks, we've been consistently hitting or going past the end of game time.
And then we sit here and are like, no, we want more. And even at the end of it, the chat is, I think it was done, Bryan, but somebody started up a poll wanting to keep going with the Pokemon game, and we were like, no, it's not fair to the players in the next game.
and it's like that was legitimately like a shot to the arm, like yes, 100%. I want to do this. I'm happy to keep going if we could have, because like you guys were giving me so much to work with. Like each and every one of your characters, like I have plots and plans for that are going to come up as we go. Even though some plots are coming up before others, I do have plots and plans for everyone as we're going through. And like I feel like everyone is super engaged, everyone is super into it. Like I literally can just sit back and not do anything for like a half hour as people are just talking with each other, and it's just like this is so good.
And I will say with Exalted, I did choose a hard character with there being no other dragon blooded characters.
Yeah, but you're a solar, but your storyline is really interesting and intriguing, which I thought. They tied LeBron. Your story was really cool and interesting, and I thought it was like, this is like a super neat plan and such. And it's like the moment like shit hit the fan, the moment like these people were in danger, these people are going to die if you don't do something. Like Gaueko didn't give a fuck. He immediately just pulled out his hammer and it's like, I am going to fix this. And it's like,
you're adopted by the realm.
And it's like, that is exactly what an Exalted would do. Like, yeah, sure. This isn't something like I necessarily want to show off. I feel bad about this. But it's like, I don't give a fuck how I feel. These people need someone. And Hammer-kun is going to help. So
Oh dear.
So for me, like having that engagement, having that like just energy and drive and such is really, really big for me. Really, really I feed off of that. That is what like gets me through running game for 3 or 4 hours. When it comes to Pathfinder, I know the system. I can run that game with my eyes closed. Running an adventure path makes it a lot easier on me because the thing is, like, if I try to do a Pathfinder game myself, like, I have to build. For me, it's like I'm used to building maps, building tokens. It's just like I just don't have necessarily the energy to do all of that extra work, as well as set out the characters, build the story, craft out everything. It's like there is a lot of work that goes into that I don't have to do with like World of Darkness or Exalted. We don't need those things as much as you need them in like Pathfinder, because Pathfinder is very much more of a ruly, like, okay, if this person isn't standing here, you're not hitting them with it. Versus Exalted, where it's like, okay, if they're in the general vicinity, it will work. So for me, personally, like, I feel like also Pathfinder is going to be much more grittier when it comes to like, it's more crunch, much more like stats, rolls, and fights. Not There is role playing. I shouldn't lie there. There is a lot of role playing. There's a lot of good character development that you can hit depending on what you do. But for me personally, I feel like I could make a better game and a better story doing Digimon. I feel like I could really build a I could build a knockout story for Digimon that would like get everyone super heavily invested, and I feel like I could create a world that everyone would be able to really enjoy, even if they know nothing about what Digimon is. I think I could build something that would hook you and go, I want to play this. I want to be in this world. I want to make someone for this world. I know. I have experience. I have built over a half dozen worlds all of my own because I'm a freaking writer.
I will
Hey,
say,
look, King of the Conquerors of the Digimon world.
Oh no.
I will say, like, I'm okay with doing Pokemon. The only reason that I wanted to go with Digimon with this one is something different from... Because here soon, I'm going to have 3 Pokemon games going on the channel.
Alright, this is the Pokemon channel now. Come for all things Pokemon.
I don't... That is not what... I don't really want that, and... Also, there's the fact that, like, the main reason why I've got that many is because the ROW system, I'm kind of gearing it up, trying to get the playtesting going more, testing out the system, figuring out what I'm going to fix. So what needs to be fixed, what needs to be revamped, etc., etc. Hi, Woe. But I am okay with a Pokemon game if you guys would prefer that.
I would be down
However-
running a Pokemon game.
Well, you already are down for running a Pokemon game.
I mean another one.
Alright, so we're going to combine this one and the previous one and just have a massive group. Just 8 hours every Friday. We get, what is it? 11 players. Let's go.
Do a civil war. We ramp up to a civil war arc.
Oh god.
So do I just make the second game take place in the same world and literally have you guys encounter actions that the other players did?
Yes.
Honestly, I think that would be interesting.
The glorious adventures of the God Emperor Hunter as he slowly spreads across the world, and you guys having to deal with the soon-to-be God Emperor trying to take over everything. And then you meet
He's
him and
not
learn that
trying to take over anything. People are making him take things over.
No, and then at the end you just discover that he's actually just a sweet, adorable little baby who doesn't want to do any of this, and it just keeps happening by accident.
By Brussels accident.
Brussels secretly ruling over the crime syndicates of every city.
I still would prefer Digimon, but I'd be okay with Pokemon. And I'm okay with Pathfinder as well. I just don't want to do an adventure
Jaffer
path.
says, this is my threat. If we do Pathfinder, I'll bring my gunslinger. It's broken.
I'm curious to see how it would be broken, Jaffer, because they're honestly like usually a C to B tier. So I'm curious how you would be able to push them into S tier. But I personally would lean towards either a Pokemon or a Digimon game. I would be fine running either one. I have found many a fun bullshits to do to my players in Pokemon.
I suppose after that little impassioned speech of yours, Digimon wouldn't be so bad after all.
I am good Digimon or Pokemon. I am not married to either one. I would be fine with either one, depending on which. I want to make sure that you guys would be able to be engaged. So if a Pokemon game would engage you guys, I am down for that.
Time frame
Is it
is
going to
suggesting
become a
some.
tokusatsu?
So, all right. How about we go this route? Of the 3 suggestions, Pokemon, Digimon, or Pathfinder, are there any of those systems that any of you would be like, I'm out if we decide to go with them? We'll start there. And if you want to message Kerr privately or myself, that's okay.
I'm willing to try RAW, or to try the Digimon Pokemon thing.
I will say, after running the RAW system for a bit, like it's actually it still has like the bugs, tweaks, and changes that will probably need to be made to help streamline everything. But it's a solid system. It's a fairly solid system.
I've worked hard on that baby.
Yes, that is a compliment to you. It's a fairly solid system despite being an early playtest. I think it does have something there, and a lot of the stuff that I was worried about, I will say, not necessarily everything was fixed or everything wasn't a problem, but for a lot of it, I think after playing with it, it wasn't as much of a problem as I thought it was going to be.
One of the
I'm
things
not
he was
sure.
worried about was the low number of dice that we were rolling, and I'm like, no, trust me, we're good. And then I rolled 6 successes tonight with only 4 dice.
I have to say it's more of a human level campaign of World of Darkness setting level.
There's far fewer dice that you roll. Like I've seen the average be 1 to 4 dice, maybe 5 at character creation. But like I thought, I was really worried that you're gonna have like constant failures, that you're gonna have a lot of issues, and that never really materialized. Like we had an entire fighting tournament, and it felt fairly solid, honestly. Like I thought it was pretty good. I honestly really did think it was pretty solid, pretty good, and I've very much enjoyed running it. Like it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed just playing it. Like I have, like, if I didn't have to do stuff tomorrow for like, and people weren't busy, it's like, yeah, I mean, I would be down running it another day if I had time and actually like been able to plan out everything, because like I build up these sessions over the entire week.
So for the record, I wouldn't quit over any of the 3, probably. The Pokemon would probably be my least favorite. And although I'd personally prefer Pathfinder, I think I'm fairly convinced the Digimon would be a good system to go with. Or yeah.
Okay, Gary, you get assigned as Renamon.
Excellent. That's the one I know.
Sorry, Ashford's already called that. Wernie's already called that one.
I can be the imp. The Impmon, I forget the purple one.
I just want to be a wolf.
Well, here, I was just about to send, might I suggest Gaomon for you?
Gamon's cool.
Oh boy.
Gaomon becomes this, which then becomes Mach Galgamon. As far as he's very much a punchy wolf thing, but
Jaffer says, Kerr, Trox, Gunslinger, Gun Tank, Siege Gunner. He carries a siege cannon on his back. 150 feet range, touch attacks, 8d6 damage, at level 1.
Yeah, the issue there, Jaffer, is you're going to have 2 turns to reload. So it's very good for a boss killer, but the issue is going to be if you're surrounded.
okay.
Yeah, I actually like that. Could you guys like rank your preferences in the Ebon Sails chat?
Yeah, I like that idea, Wernie.
That is a very good idea, Wernie.
Row.
I will abstain on that because I am equally good with all of them. It's just I don't really want to do an adventure path.
Oh yeah, come on.
The Lego boy.
Toy fire.
Wait, Sarc, you want Digimon over Pathfinder?
I will give it a chance. So
Let's go.
pretend that those are both in the lead.
Jaffer says, that's level 1.
Fair enough.
By level 7, I can reload as a move action.
Like I'm very much. I would like to try Pathfinder, but also, if Kerr can keep Digimon engaging, then I'm willing to give it a try.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Or
Let's
we go
fucking go.
Or we go with Tochemay's suggestion of any or all.
No, we do not
We
combine these.
just
We do not commit the cardinal sin.
We are crossing the streams.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Pokemon versus Digimon, who wins? That's a rhetorical question, of course.
Don't ask. We both lose.
The answer is 40k wins.
For the Emperor! As we secretly play Dark Heresy, cloaked as a Digimon game.
I thought you were gonna say the Horus Heresy, which that only ends one way, Kerr.
Glory to the rise of the new Emperor, the Wolfmon.
The Awudamon.
Because the Lunar Wolves became the, yeah, no, never mind. Don't worry about it.
I'm not saying I'm building a Stodes army, but I'm building a Stodes army because why not?
So here we have a Pikachu, here we have a Gabumon, and here we have a Dampier.
No. All right.
And then in the other corner, we've got Gunslinger.
All right. So based on the votes, I am going to step in as the storyteller here, based on the votes.
And we'll also say the chat also has said put it up to a vote.
Sure, let's throw in a chat then for the chat.
Oh god.
And then we play My Little Pony instead.
No.
Yay!
Please
So
no.
you can basic. So me and Tochemay will basically take any. Because so we've got 3 for Pathfinder, 3 were Pathfinders in the lead, and 1 with Digimon in the lead.
But Digimon is fairly well. We got 2 with Digimon in second.
Mm-hmm.
And if we
2.
do have a vote from chat, there's plenty of people with egg coins in the cave.
I am not allowing that.
Also,
One vote each. Poll is started. You got 2 minutes to get your votes in there.
If we
They are
have
in
chat count
alphabetical
as
order.
like 1 vote, depending on which way it goes, and then Zim votes, then we could tie it up.
Now remember, darlings, wouldn't you like to have seen me as a Digimon? Just imagine what I would look like, darlings. It will be simply spectacular. Oh, what will I wear? I must think of it. Oh, so many new outfits.
Lycos, why do you feel guilty for voting in this poll?
Darlings,
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
be in
yeah.
everything.
Yes, Brian. Domino can be in every game.
Yes,
Stop reminding
darling.
me
Of
of the
course I'll be
nightmare.
here.
Please stop reminding me of the nightmare.
What
Also,
nightmare,
Kurt-
darling?
Kurt, you definitely need to bring Greaves in too. Don't forget.
What?
Darling, that uppity gnome has no sense of decorum when it comes to me. Oh yes, I am in Warhammer 40k. You see, I tend to work off both Zinch and Slanesh depending on my mood.
Heresy.
Betrayal.
I just want to point
Jerk.
out, Greaves does have a weapon to deal with Domino once and for all, for the right
Which is
price.
Which is why we agree not to bother each other, darling. And
Yeah, I just-
yeah, well, I am a Damon Prince, darling. At least that's what they call me when I'm over there. Honestly, they don't really have any sense of, well, zazz, so to speak. So just black and scully. Honestly, the Imperium could do with a entire wardrobe change.
All right, 69%. Nice for Digimon. And 9 votes.
Good luck, Digidestined.
All right, Kerr, you have heard all of our stuff. As storyteller, you get final decision. We need a drum roll.
Congratulations on everyone making it to Call of Cthulhu.
Pokemon. Wow! That's not what I meant. No, that's not what I meant. My brain got eaten.
You heard it here
Freudian
first,
slip.
folks.
Do you want to
Freudian
fight the
slip.
body?
The American Electoral College working as intended.
All right, everybody wants either Digimon or Pathfinder, and the winner is Pokemon.
No, not Pokemon. Digimon is going to win. That's what I meant to say. But I don't know why my brain said Pokemon, and I just went.
Bryan, please tell me you clipped that. Please tell
Somebody
me you
please.
clipped that.
Please, somebody have clipped that. For some reason, I can't.
Okay, since we're going Digimon, I'm playing as Lucario.
Yay.
100%. Domino is everywhere. There's no
Yes.
escape.
Domino is everywhere. Time frame. There is no game that he cannot enter.
He enters my nightmares every once in a while.
The only
Well,
games
darling,
he
you-
cannot enter are ones run by other storytellers. And even
Unless
then,
I
it's
seek
not
their permission.
guaranteed. Even then, it's not guaranteed, as he did appear in Guild Tales.
If I was running a game, I'd let Domino appear.
It's hard
Domino-
for him to enter Iron Throne, though.
I can send someone to go do so.
Man, I really want a Civil War game now. I'm thinking about it. Just like get a group of like 10 plus people and like do adventures half and half, and then like eventually when the time's right, converge them and bring them all together for one big session or for like a couple weeks.
Pokemon. Wow! That's not what I meant. No, that's not what I meant. My brain got eaten.
There we go. Done, Bryan
You heard it here
and
first, folks.
Jaffer.
Do you want to
Freudian
fight the
slip.
body?
The American Electoral
Come on,
College
I
working as
know.
intended.
I know. Oh, somebody clipped it. I can't believe it.
Multiple people did. Hi, Wolfstein.
All right, everybody wants either Digimon or Pathfinder, and the winner is Pokemon.
_oil raided my stream with
God,
8
I'm gonna
viewers.
have that. Wait, Zim, you need to have that as a YouTube short now. 100%.
Oh, all of my clips get turned into shorts eventually. We're still working through the list.
I'm looping that 100%
We are
of the time for like 5 hours.
We are currently in March of this year. Also, hello there, whoa! Thank you so much for that raid!
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
How was your stream, whoa? Did you have fun? I hope you had fun. You deserve to have fun. But anyways, we're gonna go, I would say we get going with Exalted for tonight.
We're probably only going to be able to go for about an hour, I think.
That is a problem.
Mostly because I have to get up at 6 a.m.
We did go really late on this discussion.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking of stepping in, but it's like, I want to get like something figured out for this.
It's a lot of digi-talk, to be fair.
You're fine, Likos. Well, in that case, yeah, an hour is not enough to run a game, but or run a session. But we could discuss what we want to, some ideas for what we want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I know I want to go with Guillemon.
And hey, we can always set up a donation goal, and if the donation goal gets met, I'll give you guys something special and nice.
I'm definitely
Alright,
100%
send it to me.
Dracomon.
Okay, so like, what's Impmon's deal?
What do you mean?
What's his vibe? What kind of character would you pick? Would you say that? Oh, that's a good for an imp. That should be an Impmon.
It depends on like the Impmon. It like just because of what the Digimon is does not define them as a character. Like for instance, there's one Impmon who is just a kind of a jackass because of the shit he went through, and then there's another who's actually like a holy warrior who serves the divine. And just ended up going down the wrong path by a mistake he made by being tricked by a demon type Digimon, but then redeemed himself. Like he had a really cool character arc in another series. Like really, it comes down to you are not defined by what type of Digimon you are. Any Digimon can make other choices. It's just a matter of a lot of the times, virus types tend to be more nasty.
Her?
What's up?
Oh, you just...
It sounded
it
like
sounded
you
like
got
you...
cut out.
Yeah, like you stopped in the middle of your sentence.
Sorry, I was thinking how I wanted to go with it. But,
First
like,
off, what's the tip goal that you want to set?
That's what I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
My brain's working like 4 different things right now too. Trying to give something really cool for you guys. Something cool. Something I think that will be really, really cool. Time frame, I know pretty much like everything when it comes to the Digimon series. I've gotten super heavy into like a lot of the lore and stuff. So when it comes to like picking, I would pick for like aesthetics and such when it comes to Digimon. Because your Digimon does not have to follow like what the average kind. I'm trying to think of the right word here. Your Digimon does not need to follow in the footsteps of what your race is normally like. Just because a Digimon tends to be bad does not mean yours has to be, which in fact can create interesting plot lines and such for the character. While also on the opposite end, a Digimon does not need to be good, even though their type tend to be good. There can be alternate reasons why they act different ways. It's more just the matter of like what sort of things you want to play. What does your character want to do? Also, keep in mind, I know it's not going to interest anyone here, probably, but I am allowing you guys to play. I think I will allow anthros. If you want to play an anthro, you can, because I know human is not going to probably get any bites.
Kerr,
Yes.
it's the internet. Of course furries exist.
Yes. No, I mean like playing like an anthro actual like character.
Who wants to play
Basically,
as Ganai?
basically I'm using that as a stand-in for humans, basically. So if you want to play an anthro, I would allow it, and I would give you access to Spirit Evolution, which basically allows you to, at will, turn into a Digimon.
Oh,
That is one of the things I would give you access to if you wanted to go that route. And I think I could build a lot of interesting stories and plot lines there. Especially like if I give you especially if you have a character link with one or two other characters, I think I could build a lot of really, really interesting things. For example, like for the donation goal I already have if this is made, I have a really interesting plan plotted out for each and every one of you that I think is going to be a really cool story beat that I've never done before in any game I've ever run. But so I'm trying to think like when it comes to like the Digimon that you want to play, focus more on like the character and then use the wrappings of what the Digimon is in order to really build like what you want, to make what you want. There is the possibility time frame that there could be anthro characters, I'll call them, because I know the people here would rather play anthros than humans. Looks at all of the exalted characters that are furries.
And yet you
Except Gaueko.
fight me on Cody turning the world furry.
Yes, I am. Because World of Darkness is sacred.
And I have to play this one. If it'll play.
I'm very
All
curious.
right then. I'll just have to go to Plan B. Wormon,
Oh,
what is
no.
Plan B? Well,
We can all become friends.
Oh,
No,
God.
the innocent child
We
who
can all
is
become friends.
definitely evil.
That was a nice find, Tochemay.
That was.
admittedly, I'm not. I could probably find a way to get the old man gnome in this game one way or another. I mean, there is Jijimon starting out as Gamamon here. but,
Gomamon.
Gomamon.
Gamamon is best baby.
But I don't know. Maybe
And Kerr knows the person that I said the strongest one in Ebon Sails. Yes, that is a Digimon.
I kind of want to play a grifting con man. The Newark accent, yeah. That's what I
Wait,
want to
hold
do.
on. Oh. Why'd you
This
mention
is-
the child?
This is best baby.
100%.
Gabamon.
Gamamon is best baby. And this is fierce baby. But no, so I really want you guys though to really like I want you guys to focus like on the character and figuring out like the character that you want to build and play. And then we can like wrap the Pokemon or wow, kill me. Why? I wrap the Digimon that we think fits most around it that you would want to play.
I already said I want to go Guilmon. I want Guilmon bread.
Guilmon's fine. Like, I would allow you playing Guilmon. That's not a problem.
Well, Werny, you still want to go Renamon?
Who's playing the Terriermon?
Momentai. Werny.
But,
oh. Oh, he's deafened.
I call second dibs if he says no.
I mean, you know what Digimon I'm playing as.
Alright, well, Sarc, I know that you're going to need some help with figuring out what you want to play.
Just a bit.
What did you think of Gaomon?
I mean, he's a wolf. He checks the boxes.
oh, there is actually... Sarc, specifically, if you wanted to play a wolf anthro, I do have a spirit for you.
Lobomon.
Lobomon, yes.
I wouldn't really consider that a wolf anthro. It's more just a human in wolf armor.
Give me a moment. Let me find... This is the mega version, his final evolution.
Oh boy.
Trying to see if I can find actual artwork for him.
I have a very important question. I think it pertains to the lore.
What's up?
Is Angelamon and Ninimon canon, or
which one?
And Angelamon. You know, everyone knows that one.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, Angelamon
Yeah, two
and
angels.
Ninimon.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
Wait, is that an actual
Digimon? No, it is not.
Yeah, okay, because that's not what I was let me get a picture of what I'm talking about over here.
I think her thinks you're talking about Angemon.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I hate that I looked it up.
Yeah, there it is. There we go. It's the best one.
Angela Anaconda.
No. 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 No.
My name is Angela. Hey, hello. This is my very own show.
No.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but that had a family breakup because of that.
Oh.
There's a story about the Angela Anaconda thing going before the Digimon movie. Kid actually thought it was supposed to be the Digimon movie and started crying. The parents took her out, started yelling at each other and had a divorce over it.
I feel like there were underlying issues beforehand, but I suppose being a catalyst for divorce is something.
So,
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Kitsumo Moki raided my stream with 4 viewers.
Hi, Kitsu. Yes, I will go in and give you 10 biddies. Just to make you nervous.
Oh God.
I know that me going into Kitsu's channel makes him nervous.
Hello,
so I went
Commander.
in to
In
learn.
response to your request, we have sent backup. Good luck, Commander. We are forever in your debt.
Thank you for the gift sub, Kitsu. And thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We're kind of doing not a session 0 exactly, but kind of like one. Just figuring out where we're going next with our second Friday game. Oh, I'm not nervous at all, Kitsu. Yeah, session 0.05.
And
well,
there's a chance for
0.05.
And there is a chance for all of you to make a killing on our 4 poor players before we even get into the session.
Yes, the tip goal has been updated for this, but anyways.
Continuing.
Yes, Sarc. Let's focus on you for a bit here. The 2 main ones that I have are Daumon and its evolutions. And considering you like wolves, I would be incredibly, or specifically werewolves, I would be incredibly surprised if you have never heard of Wergarurumon.
There is one that he might like, called Lugamon.
I actually did see that when I was researching Digimon last night. I really like the blue dog.
They're based on the warg from real world mythology. Holy crap. They go from doggy to giant flaming monstrosity of doom and death. Holy shit.
I run around, you run around.
We're all
Which
gonna
one is
run,
it?
run around. Let me grab him again. Lugamon.
Oh yeah, that
into,
one.
He evolves into Luke Armon and then Hello Garmon. AKA
Wait, there was a live action Digimon?
Yes.
Figures.
Don't remind me.
Well, as far as evolutions and such goes, if you want to adjust it, you can.
Yes, they don't have to follow their chain. They can have, like, it is possible for like a Lugabon to theoretically digivolve into, like, say, a darker version of Garurumon.
Okay.
Either way,
Let's see, I'm trying.
the decision does not have to be made tonight. It can just keep that in mind, because next week we'll be back to Exalted and finishing that up. What are you thinking of playing, Tochemay?
I still have to think about it.
Alright, what about you, Jaffer?
I'm gonna have to
Jaffer
watch
says,
Digimon.
not sure. I sent Kerr some questions.
Oh, I did not see my pop up. I was looking at the other chat.
I mean, we could do those questions on stream, so we're not having, dead air.
It's alright. Sorry, I was looking through. He asked me a question. I was looking through to find the answer for him. No, he found one of the Digimon he was interested in, but he wasn't sure who they evolved from because they started at a mega level. So I was looking through to see who can evolve into them, and he does have a decent choice, honestly.
What is it?
So the one I would probably recommend if you win Anubismon, ultimate version being Cerberusmon, which is a three-headed doggy, and then that can be. He can go with either Ceresmon, which is basically like a Fu Lion, Dobermon, which is basically like a supernatural Doberman Digimon, or Grizzly Bear, which is Grizzlymon, or like a cartoon dog, which is Doggymon. There would be multiple choices that he could start with. And then the starting form could be Bearmon if he wanted to go that way. Or he could go with Labramon, which is also a fairly cute doggo.
Jaffer says, or the Lunaman line for something that is more aesthetically pleasing from the get-go.
Fair. The Lunarmon is very, very pretty, I will say. And then
So do our characters have to start at the very beginning of a evolutionary line?
You guys would start as rookies.
Fair enough, fair enough. I do like that.
Yeah, you guys would start off as rookies. And then we would be basically moving up over time. There will be ability to temporarily digivolve.
Jaffer
But
says,
for the most part,
I know nothing of these Digimon and their stats. I'm just looking at what looks and...
You're good. Don't worry too much about stats. That's going to be like character creation stuff.
So the stats for the actual Digimon will not matter. When it comes down to the Rouse system, it's very important that everyone's on the same page. Like Anjumon may be powerful, but he is still on the same level as everyone, all the other players and such. Like in the shows, he's much more powerful than he is, than others on the same level, but in our system, he won't be. Good night, Kenku.
Night, Kenku.
Night, Kenku.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, Jaffer's doing like basically what I said is find a Pokemon or wow, I am still in Pokemon mode right now. Find a Digimon that is aesthetically pleasing to you, one that you think would fill in for like what you like and such, and we'll go from there with that.
As far as abilities and such go, the Digimon themselves do not have much in the way of moves, not like Pokemon do. They all basically have one or two, depending on the tier. Essentially just a couple of signature moves, and that's it. Though I am going to pull inspiration from some of their more recent games where they basically pick up what are essentially spells, kind of like Final Fantasy has done. You know, you've got Fire, Fyra, Fyraga, scaling and capability from there.
Also, a lot of Digimon combat, you can be literally just like slashing someone with your claws or biting them without actually using like a technique and such. Also, dear fucking god, Dianamon's technique is fucking terrifying. That's one of the Digimon Jaffer was looking at because he liked the aesthetics of the line. Crescent Harken bewitches an illusion with the mysterious power of the moon so that the opponent sees itself as its own enemy and immediately tries to carve itself to pieces. Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna go that route.
That's a mega level Digimon. Its title is the Moonlight God, and it is considered a deity level Digimon.
Like Diaboromon.
Like this is talking about like the like god tier Digimon again.
And also, if you do, like in your case, Jaffer, if you pick Anubismon and just don't like any of the previous evolutions,
we can find one that you like.
Yeah, and you can eventually wind up as Anubismon.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
I mean, Digimon is constantly changing up the evolutionary paths anyway, so why can't we?
Yup.
Row.
God, the number of times that I have had Agumon or Gabumon digivolve into, what is it, Sukamon? The thing that's literally just poop?
Yep.
The broken data.
I still don't understand how to play that first Digimon game on the PlayStation.
Jaffer says, I think I'll take Lunaman. It has 2 digivolutions that I think look pretty.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Also in the first game, at one point, I managed to get Agumon to digivolve into, I think it's Miramon, the thing that's basically like living lava.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't know how that happened either.
Yeah, the requirements are very arcane and difficult if you don't know everything about it.
So get ready to start Monster Hunter.
I mean, that's technically an option too. We could just scrap the Digimon idea and just play as monsters from Monster Hunter. I'm kidding. I mean, I'd be okay with that for a different campaign, but not this one, considering how long it took us just to settle on Digimon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've basically run the course of this discussion. And then in a few weeks, I'm going to need some time to get things set up for Digimon. The system, I've been purposely building it to be generalized enough that it shouldn't be too hard. I think the only thing I really need to come up with are the actual moves, which again won't be that difficult. But beyond that, in a few weeks we'll have our session 0. For now, we'll stick with Exalted, and then a little bit after that, we'll get started.
And I'm sorry, Zim.
Sorry for what?
What's up?
Oh my god!
Dispensation.
Tochemay tipped $110.
Why are you saying sorry? Does that mean something that I don't know?
Because friends across lives.
All right, so there is something I might have each of you have to think about. Each of you are going to have known a Digimon who was a friend of yours before something happened and they ended up dying. So it's up to you guys to come up with the backstory of who these Digimon were and how they were your friends, or how close were they to you.
I don't want a tragic backstory.
Can the cause of death be suicide? Or is it very specific?
Literally anything.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't want a tragic backstory.
It doesn't have to necessarily be tragic. It could have literally just been they died of old age. They could have been an older Digimon that you befriended.
That's tragic.
No, it's not. That's normal.
That's why you only make friends with young people, because they won't die of old age.
Digimon...
At least not by the time that you actually, you fall apart from time.
Sam?
Not in the case of me. I hate my life.
I'm going to give you an easy one, Zim, by looking in the chat.
Ink. Don't worry, they'll be back. That's how Digimon work. It's totally not going to impact the story at all. Don't worry about it. Died of accidentally casting Fireball in a small room.
Zim made their friend as an egg.
No! That's even worse time frame.
That is worse, Tochemay.
But then Zim gets his egg.
Died because of disk defragmentation. Oh, God. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you again, by the way, Tochemay, for that tip and supporting the channel, even though I do not like the outcome of this goal.
I said it's going to be something I've never tried before.
Okay, I can kind of cheat and just ask my twin what Digimon is
Jaffer
his
says,
favorite.
is this in the same continuity as the shows and movies? And are we in the real world or digital world?
It's probably going to be the digital world. I'm working on that. I will have more details for all of you.
Yay.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today for this tabletop prep session. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. It is one of the best ways to support the... Wow. I'm not with it tonight. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by using our Humble Bundle partner link, subscribing to our YouTube, coming by and hanging out, or just tipping to the channel directly. But for now, thank you for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.